Okay, folks, thought we'd shoot you an outlet. We're wrapping up the electrical, and I should have got this earlier, but see the black wire is hooked on there, white wire on the silver screw, and the bare copper wire on the green screw. My daughter's here helping me over the Christmas holiday, and this is the last outlet we have to do upstairs until we get the drywallers back here and get the 6 boxes they missed cut out. It's been so cold the camera battery wouldn't last more than about 2 minutes. It's been between -2 and -26 the last 3 days. You can see we've been painted. There's some touch up to do and some repaint to do. You can see the outlets are in. We'll come in and make sure everything works, and then we'll worry about getting the plates on. There's one outlet right there on that wall. It's supposed to be right in the middle. They didn't cut that out. Let's see, we got a lot of our recessed lights in. We got one. My wife loves these big oval LEDs, and we got one of those in yesterday. Figure most of you know how to put in outlets and wires. I'll do some switches here. When we get some more switches, we're out. I had some and we used them all up. The new front door has been shipped, so we're going to swap that out again. They're blowing insulation in the attic literally as we speak. I don't know if you can hear the machine running in the background or not. So I just wanted to give a quick update. We still have to do the downstairs spa, the downstairs bathroom, and the smoke detector downstairs. Let's see if I can, where I put that last smoky at here. I'll have to find it and I'll show you down there. With that note, I'm going to turn you off for a few minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, folks, so we're continuing to wrap up the electrical here. I thought I'd show you this is an LED can. We used Sunco's, reasonably priced, pretty good longevity. So you see the adapter here with the screw in. That's an adapter to use the old-fashioned cans, which is what was available when I did this. We'll try to get this. So we pull out the protector. We screw that in up there. And then if you'll look, here, I'll try to get this on camera. You see those little hooks right there? You take these wires and normally I have 2 hands when I do this. Let me see if I can get up here and get a better shot. Okay, there's that side. There's that side. Okay. So you see how those wires are hooked in. You do the same thing on the other side. And where you go, you'll notice there's a gasket on these. That's for extra insulation. You push it up. It's up there. Now, the painting down here, this was supposed to be a white ceiling with blue walls. That's what my wife wanted. This is our spa room. And they kind of goofed on that a little bit. So you can pull those down. You see if we can catch this, what happened to me here. See the wires sticking out on that side of the ring. Get you closer. peek. Pull it down. Tuck that up there. Now slide it up. Now we're good. Okay, so that's pretty much it on that. I'm not going to keep you while we do 8 more of these down here. They're going to repaint the ceiling, and those can just be pulled down when they paint them. So we'll go ahead and get these in and bring you back. We got to get some more switches to get the switches done. I'll bring you back when we wire in some of those. Okay, folks, little electrical finish work here. You'll notice that we've got a red wire here, 2 blacks that are twisted together, and a bare ground. Notice we have double outlets down here. So what we've got is a common power supply. One of these outlets is live all the time, and one is switched, like if we want to use a table lamp or something. This is the master bedroom, and the bed will go right here to my right. So when you have, this is the way me and my buddy do these, but it's certainly not the only way. So you notice we got a bunch of paint on the ground wire, and I had warned you that I didn't strip them, but this comes bare. So what I do is I'll take my wire strippers and I'll clean off the end. So now there's a ton of videos on how to put in outlets and switches out there. Okay, this is a single pole switch. So you take, loop the ground wire around. Now the red is your out. Notice we bend loops on that. And we have 2 blacks. Now, people are gonna go screaming into the night when I tell you this. I'm gonna go, my son-in-law's up here. I'm gonna see if I can come get him to hold the camera so we have a little better picture. Okay, so we're gonna get Eric to set up and hold the camera. So this is a single pole switch, meaning that it just is simply an on and an off. You notice it's got a brass screw there, a green ground screw there, and a brass screw there. So you always want to put your wires on so that the screw draws the hook in tighter. So in other words, okay, so what's going to happen when I draw that is it's turning this way. It's not going to try to take the wire out from under the screw. It's going to draw it in tighter. And this bit's about had it. Let me grab my other drill. So now on a single pole, it's really not prevalent which one's in and which one's out. So we're going to hook up the out. Over here on the red. Okay, now, there's several different ways to do this. I'm going to hook one here. It's tight. Now you notice I didn't curve a loop in the other one. Now, I've seen multiple different ways to do this, and I personally prefer to put them all in the loops when I can. On a light that doesn't draw much power, which is what this is going to be, on the back of your outlet, there should be a push-in connector. And this one doesn't have it. Wait a second. This is a little different than one I've ever done before, but it looks like you can, yep, you can push it in that way and draw them both up. So we're good. Now I want to cut some of you off at the pass. Yes, I know push-in connectors, especially when under a load, can be a problem. Again, this is going to be an LED lamp only. It's not going to be a high amp draw. And if you do this, understanding that if you ever lose power to this thing, check that push-in connector, it's fine. They are the weak link when you choose to use them. But you're not supposed to put two loops on the same screw. So that's why I chose to do it this way. If this was an outlet string, what I would have done is I've wire netted the two outlets together and put a single screw, a single wire on that screw. Now this is one of the boxes the drywallers missed, and they didn't cut it out right. Even when you get them back here to do it, they still didn't do it right. But that one's in. Now we got one more single pole, and then there's a four-way to do here, but the four-way switch has disappeared. So we're gonna walk over here to the bathroom. This is another switch the drywallers missed. They actually missed 5 total. So again, you've got single wire, 2 wrapped together, and a ground. So we can bend the ground around in a loop. Now I've had these lights on and off quite a few times as I've been checking and working. So you notice I'm not using my thumb on the strippers. I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, what we're doing here is we got an electrical meter. We're just making sure there's no power here, just to be safe. I've turned all the lights off, but you never know. So we're gonna check all these to ground. No voltage, so we're safe. So same thing here. This is the same switch we just did. Your output is your single black. Okay. Ground wire, again, hook it up so that the screw is drawing it in. Your output. Same thing as the last. Again, I had never seen this particular connection style before. Most of these you push in after the fact. This one you push in before, which should give it a little better connection. I actually kind of like it. I got that just a little too long. Slide it in. I got that one a little too tight. find one of these. Give them both a tug, we're good. Fold the wires back up. Probably gonna have to get some longer screws. These guys didn't do me any favors. But for now, I can turn the lights on. So when I find that 4-way switch, I'll bring you back and we'll do that one.